In this week's episode, Arcaea's jumping from version 4.7 to 5.0 in under a week's time, maimaiDX Buddies' fresh content releases, an update on last week's Muse Dash news, and many more. I'm Michiko, and this is the Reading Game Roundup. Welcome to the Reading Game Roundup, where we talk about the latest news and updates from your favorite reading games. Before we start, I just want to personally thank you all for the warm reception of last week's teaser video and pilot episode. This project has been on my back burner of ideas since 2021, and it finally has a new home here in the corner cab. Secondly, even though this episode is releasing on a Sunday, that doesn't mean we're going to cover news and teasers from Tokyo Game Show 2023. That will be on a specialized episode of the Reading Game Roundup early next week, aka a few days from now. So y'all wouldn't need to wait for too long. With that being said, let's start off with one of the bigger announcements from the most popular mobile reading game today, Arcaea. After over a month since the initial release of Lasting Eden, we're now getting the first pack-a-pen for this post 4.0 side story pack. Lasting Eden Chapter 2 includes Logos by Policia featuring Takashiro Mio, Primeval Texture by Kuroboko-chan, Ego Amy by Blackie featuring Riza Yuzuki, Technicolor by Maozon, and a hidden fifth song. Looking at our chart of winning artists of Arcaea's third song contest, people are speculating this hidden song would be the fabled Periquitus vs. Laur. Couldn't say I'm against the idea, but the bigger question for me is, where is the other Dice song? With version 5.0 coming up, Arcaea's UI is getting a glow up, with a brand new song selection UI and results screen. For the looks of it, Loiro is trying to punch more saturated colors onto the screen, with them recoloring the light and conflict side indicators, whilst refreshing the small tidbits of the UI to differentiate it from previous versions, such as the new difficulty diamond logos and judgment details being more stylized with color to transparent gradients. Not to mention, the game's default light and conflict backgrounds will be changed for the first time since the game's launch back in 2017, replaced by the new Arcaea environment after the main story's ending of Final Verdict and Silent Answer. So say goodbye to the plants and building silhouettes, and we welcome the horizon of a nemesis. That's the name of the Final Verdict's background, by the way. People's reaction to the change on Twitter/X has been fairly mixed, with some being excited with the visual changes and some not liking the entire UI revamp and requesting Loiro an option to switch between UI versions. Personally, I kinda like these changes. The game is now over 6 years old, the devs are slowly changing the game from gameplay, settings, and visual perspectives so that Arcaea can survive another 6 years or more. We're all gonna be slowly adjusting to these changes, and unless something catastrophic or fatal is brought up with these UI changes, it's here to stay. Speaking of episodes, let's visit a few topics from last week that got extra news. First off, we have Muse Dash. On September 20th, Muse Dash has finally laid out the changes to its purchase adjustments in the form of a simple checklist of comparison. Notable sections include both Just As Planned and Muse Plus not supporting cross-sync between mobile, Switch, and PC platforms, as well as not giving out deduction discounts after purchasing big DLCs. Muse Plus owners in the future will not be able to unlock all DLCs because those big DLCs will be separate purchases for them, whilst Just As Planned owners will unlock every future update no matter what. The biggest bombshell for me was actually the price of Muse Plus, which will be the same price as Just As Planned right now at $33.99. Extra notes include the renaming of the Just As Planned Plus song pack into MD Plus Project, with it being included for Muse Plus purchasers, and finally knowing the discount amount for Muse Plus players who wish to purchase future big DLCs, coming in at 20%. Again, there's no better time than now to buy Just As Planned on your preferred platform to receive future updates with no strings attached. Some more exciting news from Muse Dash is that we finally have the full announcement suite for the Hatsune Miku collab. Dubbed Miku in Museland, we're introduced to the virtual singer in the world of Muse Dash, who holds a really interesting character skill, where enemies or normal notes and holds can be hit regardless if it's on the upper or lower tracks, whilst blue notes, red hearts, and barriers are still location specific, so don't think Perpero is trying to fully emulate Taiko no Tatsujin's gameplay with Miku's skill over here. The gameplay environment shown is Miku's performing stage to the audience, and his fever mode background features Miku under the spotlight with the upper and lower decorations filled with teal-colored stars, balloons, and glow sticks. As for the song lineup, I think I need a big breath for this. Alright, Here we go. On September 28th, there will be 10 songs added into the game as part of the Hatsune Miku collab. They are 39 Music by Mikito P, Hand in Hand by Lifetune, Cynical Night Plan by Ayase, God-ish by Pinocchio P, Darling Dance by Kairiki Bear, Hatsune Creation Myth by Cosmo Bozo P, the theme song of Magical Mirai 2021, The Vampire by Dekonina aka Deko27, Future Eve by Sasakura UK and UK Rampage, the theme song of Magical Mirai 2022, Unknown Margus by Wawaka, rest in peace, and Shunran by John. Wow, all in one breath. Let's get it! Next up on things we missed last week, it's time to dive deeper into new content on maimaiDX Buddies! There are a multitude of song additions into Buddies from its launch, such as Seishun Complex, the opening song of Wachi the Rock, Pupa by Morimori Atsushi, marrying with its long-lost sequel Larva under the Garigari Samushi alias, with a specially made BGA by Yoshimo, and the eventual Groove Coaster WaiWai Party collaboration, crossing in songs such as Play Merrily Neo by Shohei Tsuchiya from Zuntata featuring IMAB, Arcaea aka Rainbow by Yamagen, and Omake no Stroke by Topazolite. The collab includes the Groove Coaster Chiho or world map with characters, nameplates, and frames. Oh, and your eyes are not deceiving you, dear viewers, for which one of the Chiho characters you can unlock is literally a Groove Coaster arcade cabinet. On a Nintendo Switch specific version of the game's collab event, mind you. Of course, each version update brings its own Chiho, and in Buddies, we have the Party Chiho, with songs such as Noisy Bounce by Hachio GP featuring Nanahira and Mameko, Somebody by Mizuno Kenji featuring Takenobu Mitsuyoshi, Horoscope Express by Pan, and the perfect challenge track Party People Princess by Sound Arts. Another big addition to the game is the return of UTAGE mode, a special category filled with joke charts, scrap charts, and special kinds of charts with interesting and challenging gimmicks that have no impact to your player rating, as if your rating ever drops when DX came around. No, your rating can be dropped down in maimai Deluxe, except on big version upgrades. Certain songs in Buddies will come with buddy charts, requiring 2 players on the same cabinet side to play the chart in tandem. If done perfectly, the highest achievement rate for buddy charts will reach 202%. I'd highly suggest you all to search up on YouTube and check these new breed of maimai charts, both from the revived UTAGE category and the new buddy charts. They're just as fun to watch as dreadful to imagine yourself playing it whenever Buddies gets released to international servers in the next 4 to 6 months. Obviously not me. Oh, and the disappearance of Hatsune Miku gets the DX chart through daily stamp login, and I gotta say, it's one hell of a revival chart. Make sure to have your stamina ready for the end kill. Other maimai news includes a new song in celebration of Hardcore Tanosi's 25th anniversary, called Latent Kingdom by Laur vs Canon Oguni. Its BGA by Yoshimo include both composers fighting against each other, Destroyer style. Finally, to close off this segment, Sega announced King of Performai the 5th, with the qualifying entry period starting in October next month and servicing the Geki Chumai series, alongside the international counterparts of Chunitum and Maimai. Currently, there's no further news about it, but we're expecting the system to be similar or exactly the same as King of Performai the 4th. With the big stories out of the way, we can finally take a quick rest, charge up your devices, don't forget to hydrate, and take a peek into the event cycle. On September 21st, SparkLine released version 1.2.0 with a new character, 4 new story cutscenes, timing-based node colors for those who really want to try your best to transfer your tone sphere skills into this game, and 5 new songs, including Finis Eternum by Etude, Hidden Maven by Potwi, Don't Stop Groovin' by Secom, sorry if I mispronounced the composer name, and a surprising collaboration with 7V Games' Rhythm Doctor and A Dance of Fire and Ice, with All the Times by Fizz featuring Foxy and Diana from Rhythm Doctor, and Lorelei by Camellia from the ADOFAI World Cup as the last 2 songs of the update. Also, you cannot just put the Overseer on Lorelei's song artwork without expecting me to beg for a Neo Cosmos collab. But okay, I can withhold my expectations a little bit here. SparkLine is still quite a young rhythm game, only fully released back in July, so yeah, no pressure. Speaking of releases, how many of you guys have ever heard of Shinobi Slash? Yeah, me neither. This rhythm game was initially released back in 2021 as an iOS platform exclusive, hence it being quite under the radar until September 15th when it was finally released on the Google Play Store. The game features a vertical scrolling playfield with 4 lanes, tap and catch nodes, 2 slash lanes on left and right side, and the occasional big red wall that you need to slash through. It describes itself as an exhilarating rhythm game with Japanese-style music and famous rhythm game songs such as Conflict, Bamboo, Good Tech, and Mope Mope. On September 17th, Dolce Iwate livestreamed the game to thousands of viewers and even grabbed the attention of composers that had their songs in the game. Thanks to the publicity of both the Dolce livestream and its Android release, Shinobi/'s Tokyo Game Show exhibit was visited by many people, even so far as to queue up to try the game. I'll definitely be checking the game out right after this. Rizline's upcoming September 29th update will bring out the long-awaited Collections feature, where players can collect badges, aka titles, song art, and profile layouts for the eventual Riz card feature. Not only that, but the game announced a completely dedicated event to collaborating with Juggernaut. Its first of 3 announced songs is Abiogenesis from Diverse Systems' Add Piano 7 alternative album, and has previously appeared on Demo 1 and Voice. The Juggernaut songs in this collaboration will cost 1 coin for each song. The next 2 songs will be added into the game on October 6th and 13th respectively. Hopefully, we'll get another Support Us song before the second song arrives, considering we're only 523 downloads away as of the writing of this episode. KALPA, after releasing the last of its 12 Zodiac-based Guardian song packs, has now returned with a brand new character pack. On September 20th, Taygete was introduced into the universe with 5 songs. Is This Real by Sotui and Nikita, Secret Maneuvers by Siatres, Feli's Final Remix by O.N.G.E.K.I. Wait, hold on, how the heck did they get Feli's? And 2 original songs, which are Sadakpia by Evan A.K. as a sequel to Sadosud, and Tasogare no Kyosokyoku or Twilight Concerto by the game's music director Scarlett. Alongside Taygete, the game finally adds a friend system and a pretty intriguing game mode called Lana's Albumlist, where Lana, the universe's favorite gamer girl, compiles albums or lists of songs and charts for us to play, and completing them will give us various rewards. There are 2 types of album lists, General and Challenge. General albums centered around a theme like songs for beginners, Lana's personal warm-up charts, and specific gimmicks such as stairway pattern-filled charts. Whilst challenge albums are tiered and will reward you aqua levels the higher you go on Lana's trials. Damn, this might actually get me back to play KALPA consistently again, instead of waiting for the next Dark Area season to roll in. Now, I hope you guys still remember about the maimaiDX coverage at the start of the episode, right? Well, now it's time to cover Groove Coaster WaiWai Party's side of the maimaiDX collab, which also came packaged with an O.N.G.E.K.I collab. The Gekimai collab with WaiWai Party includes 10 songs, 5 from Maimai and O.N.G.E.K.I respectively, which includes Megaton Blast by Blackie vs. Yo, Vertex by Hiro, Elusive Emotes by Polisha, Iolos by Sai, Magical Panic Adventure by Sakuzio. Heck, they even brought in a 3rd singularity into the game. Together with its arcade counterpart, Groove Coaster now has 3 singularities, one by Keisei featuring Hatsune Miku, one by Etia from Arcaea, and this newest one by Technoplanet from O.N.G.E.K.I. The collab also brought 6 avatar sprites, 3 from each game, and 2 navigators, which are Akari Hoshizaki from O.N.G.E.K.I and Ras from Maimai, specifically the Maimai Festival version. And with that, we've come to the end of the episode. Stay tuned in the next couple of days for the special episode exclusively filled with news and teasers from rhythm games attending the 2023 Tokyo Game Show. A lot of it's gonna contain spoilers, and fingers crossed it's gonna be out in a couple of days from now. I've been Michigo, and I'll see you next time. Bye!